Are essential oils safe? Well, that's a very good question. Essential oils can be safe if used properly. Here are a couple of guidelines that you need to keep in mind before you use your essential oils. First of all, make sure that you read the label on the bottle. It'll tell you if it needs to be diluted or not. Secondly, there are some other resource material that are out there that you can learn more specifically about the oil that you're using. If you have questions about where to obtain these resources, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you. But just in general, there are certain oils that are photosensitive, meaning that you don't want to wear them when you go outside. These are mostly citrus oils like grapefruit, lemon, etc. You're going to just make sure that when you're using them that the sun is not going to be seeing that, because it'll leave a little bit of a red mark that you don't want to have. When using oils on your skin, always watch for redness and dilute with a carrier oil. Dilute oils on children whenever you are using them on children, unless you are using the Young Living Kids line, which are called Kid Scents. Those have already been pre-diluted for you, so they're safe to use straight from the bottle. But if you're using just regular oils, you're going to need to make sure that you dilute them on children, because their skin is more permeable and they absorb the oils more quickly. So when using a carrier oil, what that does is it's a fatty oil that like olive oil or coconut oil. Some people use jojoba oil or grapeseed oil. And what it does is its molecules are much larger than those of the essential oils. It helps spread the oil around a little bit, but it also will slow the rate that the body can absorb the essential oil, which is key for when using it with children, because it has to ping pong around through the large molecules of the carrier oil to get into your skin. Some oils, like cinnamon or oregano, are a little stronger, so you may not want to diffuse them, or if you do, only put a little bit in your diffuser, because it is fairly strong, and you can combine them with other oils to help change the smell just a little bit. Be wary of putting the oils topically near your eyes. You want to keep them away from your eyes and from your ears. And some oils, like peppermint, it can cause a little bit of a burning sensation. We call it a hot oil. Another one besides peppermint is also oregano. And it just it makes your skin feel like it's burning a little bit. It's really not burning. It feels more like icy hot. So the way to get around that is just to dilute it down with the carrier oil, and that'll help. But if you're placing an oil near your eye, make sure that you apply it to a Q-tip, just a very, very small drop to a Q-tip, and then instead of dipping the bottle towards your face, you're just going to apply it to a Q-tip and then just slightly move it around, and that'll help control where the oil is going a little bit better. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that occasionally you can become desensitized to oils if you use them every day, all the time. So a way to avoid that is just to cycle through your oils a little bit. I like to rotate mine out every few days, or if I'm finding that one's not working for me the way that it normally would, I would just switch it out with another one that's comparable. Use that for a day or two and then go back to the one that I prefer. What about internal use of essential oils? Well, the NAHA is one of the top aromatherapy schools in the United States, and it doesn't advocate for essential oils for internal use. Why? Well, most oil companies don't carry GRAS, which is GRAS, also known as generally regarded as safe essential oils. The NAHA also bases a lot of their decisions on the British model, which advocates for topical use only. Many of the British studies are flawed, and that's partially because a lot of them are done on extremely high doses or in ways that oils aren't supposed to be used, like pouring a whole bottle inside the body. Like I said before, you really only want to use a drop or two, and their studies are just not conclusive to practical ways that you would be using essential oils. Young Living utilizes all three methods that we had talked about earlier, the British, the French, and the German. The French have been safely using some essential oils internally for decades, and Young Living's Vitality line has distinctive white labels so you can easily recognize which oils are safe to take internally. Now, on the flip side, look at the ingredients list on what you have in your bathroom and in your kitchen. Every day we put products on our skin and our bodies, and we breathe them in, and many of these products contain damaging chemicals. The average woman actually applies over 300 chemicals every day to her body just through soaps, makeup, shampoos, hair care products. 80 of those are products that are applied before breakfast. When you use Young Living essential oils, you're using a product with one ingredient, and it's a plant like lemon, orange, tangerine, oregano. There's no synthetic additives, and there's no yuck. So you can rest easy that it's something that's good for you and for your family.